All right, so on last night's live stream, I said I will go to my grave trying to get people to understand two things, and I'm going to add a third here. The first thing was that you can retire without $1 million. That's my first reason to exist. God has put me on this planet to say one thing and one thing only, that you can retire without having $1 million. And I had written a book on that someplace. Yeah, right here. Oh, right here. Right here. Retire. You can retire on Social Security. And that's a fact, Jack, right? Part two is that we're never going to live this modern society with renewables. It's never going to happen. All right, it never. I mean, it'll happen once we get batteries. But if you think that's a new phenomenon, you're nuts. But I'm going to add a third thing to this now. I'm going to add a third thing. So I live on this world for three reasons. I just told you the first two. The third one is that government spending does not drive inflation. The price of commodities, and particularly oil, does 100%. I'm going to prove it to you right now. You ready? You ready? It's just so blatantly, blindingly obvious. Both. I don't know. I'm stunned how many people don't get this, and they keep saying, "Oh, the federal government, the Federal Reserves." I was literally just, man, I can see if I can't have that. See if I can't find that article. Just reading on that right now because it's nuts, man. All right, so here's from the Fed, St. Louis Federal Reserve Board. All right, we're going to look at the sticky consumer prices, CPI minus volatile food and energy, because we don't worry about food and energy. Hold on a second here. I want to share something. So I just got my electricity bill, and I'm going to compare it to a random one from my folder here of previous electricity bills, which I pulled one out. This won't be an apples to apples, because this is from January of 2019. February 2019. This is July 2022. But we'll try to find one for the summertime of 2019 or 20. All right, so I was paying so basically for the first 100 kilowatt hours, I was paying about 7.5 cents a kilowatt hour. For the next 1,500, I was paying 5.4% a kilowatt hour. All right. Here, I'm paying 7.5 for the first 1,000, and then the next anything over that, I'm paying 8.6 a kilowatt hour. Yeah, that's nuts. So is that a summertime thing? I'm not sure. We're going to look into it, but let's just see. So that is an increase from 8.3, 8.6 minus 5.4 divided by 5.4. That's a 59% increase in kilowatt hours. So let's see if we can't find one that's a little bit closer to summertime. So let me pause it. All right, so this is interesting. This is from 4 years ago, literally 4 years. Actually, the same kilowatt price. Okay, good. So it's 8.6 cents a kilowatt hour once you break the 1,000. Here's the same thing. But where they get you is they got you on a wholesaler power cost adjustment. That's interesting. Right there is where we got us. The franchise fee for my town has gone up from $9 to 15. The sales tax is still 7.75%. The load management fee rebate was declined actually. So I'm on this load management thing where they can level it off, which I like, makes sense. But the wholesale power cost adjustment went from $24 to $70. That's crazy. It went from 1 cent a kilowatt hour to 1.8. So that's a doubling. I don't know what that's about. That's interesting. All right, so that's still good to know that they're charging 8.6%, 8.6 cents a kilowatt hour in the summertime. Yeah, here we go. There's 2018. So that's good to know. All right, let me pause real quick. Here in the deep south, obviously the utility is stressed, or electricity utilities are stressed in the summertime because air conditioning, so they charge you a higher rate. That just makes sense. I have no qualm with that. All right, so now let's look at natural gas. This one is dated in March of 2019. This one is recent. Okay, let's just see if these things. I'm not as familiar with the natural gas rates because they charge you by the therm, I think, if memory serves. All right, so here we got price per therm. Yeah, 2019 in March, price per therm was $1.58. Now it's $1.99. Yeah, so that's definitely gone up quite a bit. That's a 25% increase in my natural gas bill in 3 years. Let me pause, see if we got some other ones to look at. Got my folder of natural gas bills. I need to go through this and start throwing some away here. Let me find one for, if I can't find one for summertime of a previous year. Hold on. So this one's August of 2018. The price per therm was $1.25. Wow. And now it's in July of 2022. The price per therm is, what did I say? $1.99. Yeah, $1.99. Wow, that's a pretty significant increase, man. That's a pretty significant increase. Why is that? Let me just keep looking. That seems way. I don't know. I'm just giving you a point here. What drives inflation? Maybe because I don't know. But hold on just a second here. This is from 2019. $1.30. Yeah, there you go. 135. 135. I probably should. Again, I'm gonna get rid of 135 right there. It was actually 136, 122. And that was in the wintertime. You'd think natural gas would be more expensive in the wintertime because we use it to heat. 123. 2000. All right, that's all 2018, 19. Let's go to 220. What's it? 220. 137. And that was in February. May of 2017. 111. Damn. That's 2017. All right, so I got old. I get rid of some of this stuff. Anyways, $1.99 right now, price per therm. That seems pretty expensive. And it's $1.89 in May. It was in November is $1.79 in November. So there's definitely a pretty significant increase in price per therm in your natural gas bill. You should look at yours and see if you have the same. Anyway, so let me just organize this real quick. I probably should have done this off camera, but you know your old buddy Josh. I pull no punches and I hold nothing back. All right, look at these folders of just crap. All right, so now let's look at this guy right here. So here is the green, and that's a global price of energy index, and this starts in 1992. It looks like this right here is crude oil prices, West Texas. All right, was it Henry Hudson or something like that? I forgot the one in Texas. This isn't the Henry Hudson. It's West Texas crude. All right, so here's the sticky CPI without using oil or heating and energy in food. Is stupid. So we see a bump in prices of West Texas oil, and we see a bump in inflation. All right, we see here's inflation. Starts dropping right here, and it bottoms out there. Here's the price of oil and energy. It drops before that. Isn't that interesting? Here's the price of oil and energy. Starts picking up before that. Right there, man. That's all you need to know. Right flipping there. It's the proof. Oil starts dropping before the CPI does. Oil bottoms out before the CPI does, and it starts going up again before the CPI does. Right there is a fact. Same thing right here. Oil is dropping, CPI is dropping. Oil bottoms out, CPI bottoms out. Oil rises, CPI rises. Oil bottoms up or tops up, CPI tops up. Oil starts going down again, CPI goes down again. I mean, look at that, man. What else do you need to know? The same thing here. Oil, just look right here. Oil's flat, flat, flat. CPI is flat, flat, flat. Oil drops, CPI drops. Oil starts going up, CPI kind of goes up a little bit, then stays flat. Oil bottoms out right there, CPI bottoms out right there. Oil starts going up again right there, CPI starts going up again there. I mean, it's just that simple. Oil and energy drive inflation, man. Now this is net. This is without including energy and food in here because that's basically the core prices. The extraordinary CPI includes heat or oil or energy and food. But that's the proof. That's all you need to know. Nothing else matters. That'd be my third thing, is that when energy drives inflation, not consumer spending, not the spending of the government. Actually, I wonder if I can add another. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to add M2 to the graph, and it was just jacked. I don't feel like spending a lot of time figuring out, but I've done that before. So anyway, there you go. What more proof do you need? Inflation is run by energy, and I'm going to share with you another reason why I think we're pretty much starting to get out of the woods here. So hang tight. I will see you.